and panics.
This way! Steel!
Hello guys, what is good? What's going on? How's your day? I just woke up and I'm recording at 11:29 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Gotta be on the grind. Or, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, today we're going to be looking at a YouTuber that I just found saying we need more men like this. Now, I don't know what it is implying as of men that we need now or men that we need to be in 2026. And looking off just the video, it looks like it's talking about a cartoon. Now, I love cartoons, not gonna lie to you, but let's start this video and, open your mind to the possibilities. Anyways, please subscribe, follow me, share my videos. I would really appreciate it. Let's get into this video and see what this man is talking about.
Rosie.
Balto is about three kinds of men: insecure and cruel,
I know what I'm doing!
insecure but kind,
Jenna,
and the one they're both terrified of becoming. The movie starts by focusing on Steel. It's a sporting race, not a life or death situation, and yet he sabotages the rival sled dog team and earns his victory. In a brief moment of humanity, we see Steel shocked, hurt, and enraged that he's not fully appreciated.
You think maybe Steel's losing his edge?
Yeah, looks like just about any dog could outrun him.
We see how sensitive and easily threatened he is, how dependent he is on the opinions of others.
You are the wittiest, the quickest, you are the drollest, the cleverest!
He rallies his cronies and attacks Balto, but we see they secretly despise Steel.
Son of a...
He is the most malicious, the most...
So he's like a modern day bully? Like a dog bully, you know what I'm saying? Like, is this pertaining to... Okay, so if this movie is talking about like different types of men that we have in reality, if we're talking about like in the cartoons of the three personalities, I would consider him to be kind of a bully, because you gotta look at bullying in a different way of light. Because the way I see bullying is that, people bully just make fun of other people based on looks, what they like and stuff like that. And that's the only reason they would fit in, because, they do all this stuff and they expect them, or people expect them to praise them, make sure they look cool and stuff like that. And I had to face a lot of bullies back then because I was the weird kid, you know what I mean? And this makes a lot of sense because I do know friends like this that have friends that despise them, that won't, talk behind their back, which makes a lot of sense that they would make something like this. So overall, I feel like this is more realistic.
As Balto trudges back home, we see a pack of wolves notice him. They seem to call him to this sort of inner strength or confidence, a confidence not dependent on his performance in a race or status in society, but rather on his innate dignity as a wolf, as a human being. His surrogate dad, Boris, bemoans the fact that Balto is so concerned with what he's not, with his insecurities and doubts, that he can't appreciate what he is.
If only you could see what he is.
Okay. Oh, so he's one of those people who, how do I say it? You know how people sometimes be green-eyed? Let's say that, like, for instance, some people are mad that, Kai Cenat has a lot of streamers and he's been doing this for how many years now? And then you got this person who comes along and say, why am I not getting this, kind of view that Kai Cenat is? And then they start like green-eyeing him for some apparent reason. That's basically what it is. But this is like there's a lot of versions to this, but this version that they're showing right now is basically, I wish I could be this, but I can't do it, and I go in a corner and cry about it. Basically, this is more calm. This is more of a calm version of this, but there's another version to it, just to let y'all know that. And I'm telling you, there's a big difference between the two.
At this point, We see the children of the town begin to fall sick, and the movie really starts.
Repeat urgent request. More diphtheria antitoxin. Stop. Gnome in grave danger. Stop.
Gnome! Pack ice closing in. Gnome! Storm at airport. Select fastest dogs for sled team to carry antitoxin from Nanana to Gnome. Stop.
Balto is overcome with an impulsive excitement.
Hold on, where they're at? No, hold on, maybe go back a little bit.
Select fastest dogs for sled team to carry antitoxin from Nanana to Gnome.
Nanana to no. I don't know where that is. I'm gonna have to put it on the screen or something like that. Let's continue.
Stop.
Balto is overcome with an impulsive excitement to join the team. Threatened by Balto, Steel sabotages him.
Look out! We can't trust this one. He's part wolf.
You can see the darkness set in. The world won't let him have that. Maybe he doesn't deserve that. He visits the infirmary again, and Balto suddenly has an overwhelming compulsion to do the right thing. It's stronger than his need to be validated or rewarded. It doesn't matter if society believes in him. In fact, it doesn't even matter that society has explicitly rejected him and said he's not worthy of it. He feels he must do the right thing regardless. Meanwhile, Steel is losing his way as he tries to lead the pack home. When challenged, he lashes out
I know what I'm doing. It's
and panics.
this way. Steel.
You see, these are the people you cannot trust or cannot lead. I have a bunch of friends that think like this, and I'm telling you this because, you know, you have other friends out there that be like, hey, I can lead people. Like, for instance, me, I know I can't lead people in projects. I can, like, you know, help out with the project and stuff like that. I'll be like your wingman and stuff like that. But when it comes down to leading somebody like in projects or even in this environment, it's very dangerous, especially if you don't know what you're doing. And basically, you're going to end up in the same situation this guy's in. Literally, he's folded right now. I'm not going to lie to you. This is how people, or let's say the ringleader is like, for instance, that dog and leading you down a dangerous path. This is how you're going to end up, just like this guy right here. But, you know, you got to choose your friends wisely, I guess. I mean, that's the whole point of making friends. But, you know what it is.
That's when Balto finds the pack. I love the way they animated Steel here. The fear and insecurity beneath the rage and arrogance. Steel is too insecure to accept any help.
I'll get us back. I'm the lead dog. I'm in charge.
And in trying to attack Balto, accidentally falls off the cliff. The pack, honoring Balto's courage and integrity, finally offers him leadership. But here is where the story takes a twist. Balto winds up doing the exact same thing as Steel when he's challenged.
Walter, why are you taking us in circles?
I'm not.
Steel! We're going in circles!
Oh, okay. It kind of makes sense too. This makes sense. Sorry, my people are talking behind me. When it comes down to people, I don't know how to say this. It's hard to say because it's very hard to say because both of them are doing the same thing, different characteristics. But you got to know that they're in a geez, I can't even say the word right. They're in an environment where they can get lost in the snow, and this is actually pretty dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. But I feel like it's the crew's fault for doing this because they should be able to know where they're going, at the same time trying to help each other out instead of just blaming people for this and that. I'm not saying that both of these characters are right and wrong in their similar belief, but at the same time, you can't. What's a better word for it? You can't just be a leader not knowing what to do. And the same thing happens, like, for instance, I think, like, Ninja Turtles, when it comes down to Leo. Leo is a great leader in, like, every cartoon or show that shows Leo in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He is a very good leader. The problem with that is that he has to deal with different personalities in his brothers as his team. Meaning that you have Raphael, he's more like a ticking bomb, because both of them, they are very good brothers, but at the same time they clash in each other, and sometimes their leadership does not match the expectations and stuff like that, which leads them to, you know, break off from the team or start fighting again. And basically the same thing is happening here, except for this is happening like in a different perspective. Leadership is not the way that leadership you think leadership is knowing stuff. Leadership is basically getting everyone together, doing the right thing, making sure you survey everyone correctly, and boom, that's how I think leadership should be run. But at the same time, everybody has their own version of leadership.
What? No. Come on. This way, come on.
Just like Steel, Balto collapses and feels paralyzed. Again, Balto is approached by a wolf. He's challenged to rise. You can almost hear the thoughts of the wolf. Here's a perfectly strong, healthy young man convinced that there's something wrong with him when that's entirely in his head. Balto checks his paw against the print left by the wolf and is shocked to realize it's the same. He's in denial of his own strength. Balto accepts that leadership requires him to be seen not just succeeding, but also failing. It's such a realistic and sobering depiction of leadership that it requires both love and courage. The movie isn't content just to tell an inspirational story. It asks us to teach the next generation to honor the indomitable spirit of compassionate courage.
Thank you, Balto.
Grandma Rosie!
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. I don't think this just talks about men. I feel like this talks about different types of leadership. Because, for instance, like, I forgot the black dog or whatever and the wolf. They both have different views of leadership and different views of how they take the world on. For instance, the black dog was more worried about being seen, heard, and he wanted to be seen doing something that everybody else can talk about for the rest of their lives. Then the wolf was like the thing said, in denial of his own strength. So basically, I feel like this whole video is not just talking about men. I feel like this is talking about leadership because that was the whole base of the movie. So hopefully I did the analogy right, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, thank you for watching this reaction video. You can check me out on Rumble, check me out on Instagram. I'll be on there. Anyways, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and see you in the next one.